given the fact that Tua's going on IR, there's an interesting story and correlation that could be associated here. The Carolina Panthers recently benched the #1 overall pick from last year at quarterback, Bryce Young. The Dolphins need a quarterback because they just put their first-round pick, top 5 pick, Tua Tagovailoa, on IR. So then the question is this.
Okay.
I don't know how many people have actually publicly stated the correlation. Shady, should the Dolphins, who have a win-now roster, go after Bryce Young, who just got benched?
Why not? I like it, though, for a couple reasons. One is, when I look at Carolina, because everything's like Bryce Young, who the hell do they got? Who they really got over there offensively? No help, right? But let's look at Tua, though. So before I even get to this, before Mike McDaniels got there, right, did you guys, if I say, yo, Tua one day is going to lead the league in passing yards?
I wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it, right? If I say, yo, one day, though, dog, the Tua you watching right now, yo, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's going to make about $200-some million a year.
I wouldn't believe 200 million.
No, that's a lot.
I mean, 50-some a year?
Yeah.
No, right? So let's look at, I want you to see the screen I got here, right? Put it up there, Cole. Put it up there. Now, look, before Mike McDaniel and then after him, you see what it is.
Look at the passing yards.
Look at the big difference.
Oh, my God.
So I say all that to say this. If you put Bryce Young where we don't believe in him because the way he's been playing, et cetera, but you put him with a really good offensive weapon and coordinators, you see what the difference is. So if you take out Tua and you put Bryce Young there, why they can't do the same? Because when we first seen Tua, we didn't think he was that good. People, when they first seen Bryce Young these first 2 years or so, they think he was that good. And what's the difference?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, he would be my fear, Shady. My fear
What's your
is
fear?
like, big dog, if you dating somebody and y'all break up for one reason, why you gonna date the next person?
Did she cheat or just?
Maybe.
She cheated. Hold up. She cheated. Hold on. So,
if y'all break up 2-5 for one reason, why you gonna date another girl that got similar attributes?
What's the similar attributes? Because he don't get concussions.
Bryce small, undersized, be getting hurt.
Okay.
From college to pro.
No.
Tua small, undersized, be getting hurt. Bryce not really mobile. Tua wasn't really mobile. They both about 6 foot. Tua's just bigger and a little more stout. Both went to Alabama, played with a plethora of talent at the wide receiver position. If I'm having trouble with Tua, not because of his ability, but because of his inability to stay healthy, why would I move off of him to go to another player who was proven throughout the course of his college and to some degree his short-lived NFL career, he has an inability to stay healthy. If you date somebody who done cheated on you, why are you gonna get in a relationship with the next person who broke up with her man because she cheated on him?
Hold on.
One cheater to
So I don't like where he's going with this.
What happened, Dubai?
You can forget people now. People can change.
True.
You see the Kardashians, they was wild. Now people married them and all that. You can change now.
True.
Like, look at the Kardashians. I'll just say this real quick, right? And I won't get too much into all the relationships because you know I'm a counselor and I give good advice.
Yes, sir.
We don't know Bryce Young's ceiling. We don't know his ceiling. We don't know who he could be. This is what I do know, though. I know all these coaches, right? All these scouts, all these GMs that we love to praise, they're so smart. They say, you know what? He should be the #1 player in this draft to get picked. Yeah. That matters, though. Because we see other guys that didn't work out, but now they're working out, right? I gave you a lot of names yesterday.
A lot of them.
Like Baker, everybody's praising Baker, though, right? But we forget that he was #1 pick. So all I'm saying is, give him the same shot that Tua had, because before Tua had Mike, we thought he was trash. And now we think he's one of, you always say, like, yo, man, Tua's one of the best processors I've seen.
1,000%.
But you wasn't saying that before McDaniels came there.
True.
So give Bryce the same opportunity.
No, I would not go after Bryce Young.
And I like the answers too, dog.
Yeah, I would not go after Bryce Young, but I will go after Russell Wilson, right?
Okay, Russ.
And the main reason why I say that is because y'all do parlays and all that, right? When you do a parlay, you can put up a little money and win a lot of money.
That's true.
If you go get Bryce Young, you're gonna have to give up a lot. Carolina's not just going, as bad as he's playing, they're not just gonna let him walk without a first-round pick or whatever. So you're going to have to give up a lot. With Russell Wilson, you're not going to have to give up a lot. What is Russell Wilson special at the quarterback position? Throwing the deep ball. What do they do in Miami? They throw that deep ball, and you can get him for $1 million.
Yeah.
Whatever veteran minimum, whatever year he's in, you can get him for that money. I would like for them to call the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all really like Justin Fields like that? Y'all love him? Because we'll take Russ, all right? And plug him in right now, a veteran quarterback, to put him in there with Tyreek and Waddle and go play some football. That's what I would love to see. I would not love to see Bryce Young. You're going to have to give up too much, and he's still a young quarterback trying to learn your offense, which is really, really creative. I would go trade for Russ.
Real quick, but he's injured, though. Like, The reason why Russ is not playing is not because Justin Fields is so great.
Y'all breaking up with one and trying to go back to the same
that's a little
one.
I like both of you guys.
She's a little taller.
I'm going to go outside the box. Well, it's really not outside the box because when I started thinking about this, I think that the Dolphins should not go after Bryce Young. I think the Dolphins should go after Matthew Stafford.
Oh!
Show the graphic, please.
Make this make sense.
3-team trade, okay? Bryce needs to be traded to the Rams for Stafford, okay, going back to the Dolphins in a 3-team trade. The Rams get Bryce Young, Sean McVay, okay? They'd have Jimmy G starting for a little bit. You tell me Bryce Young can't be successful in a scheme like Sean McVay's scheme? Absolutely he can. The Panthers get some picks. I don't think it's a first-round pick based on how he's played. I think it's a second-round pick from the Dolphins. I think it's a third-round pick from the Rams. And then the Dolphins get Matthew Stafford. Chase, he just got paid a bunch of money. Take that down. Give him a one shot. He just got paid a bunch of money. His contract runs through 2027, okay? But guess what? Only after this year, he only has $4 million left on this deal that is guaranteed. So if you are selling high, okay, the Rams are selling high to a consensus top 8, top 10 quarterback, and the Dolphins are getting in exchange an excellent quarterback. I think Matthew is excellent. I played with him in 2020. He can do things with his arm. Like
Nice.
the arm talent you talk about, it's so nice. You still get a few good years left in him. Tua's sit him on the bench for the rest of the year. But the Rams, I thought it was time to blow it up after the Super Bowl. Okay, so the Rams, you get Bryce Young. McVay, do your genius. Like, I understand McVay and Stafford are boys, but at the end of the day, I just think this makes a lot of sense because it's going to really tell you, if it's even entertained, how serious the Miami Dolphins are about the team that they have. Are they serious about winning? If you're serious about winning, this makes sense. Matthew Stafford is only owed $4 million after this year. It makes all the sense in the world.
Question for you. Put Chase's graphic back up, Colvin, because it makes a ton of sense for the Dolphins. It makes a good amount of sense for the Panthers. You got to make it make sense to me, Chase, for the Rams. Why in the world would Sean McVay, who's had Jared Goff, and Jared Goff wasn't good enough. Why would he, and he's had Matthew Stafford, why in the world would you choose to have to rebuild a broken Bryce Young?
Yeah, I mean, you also got Jimmy G, too, and I don't know how we feel about him. So I just think at the end of the day, right, they have no offensive weapons. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua this year, they're on IR. We talked about it in the meeting. Okay, I don't know if Cooper Kupp can be back to what he used to. Puka Nacua is the #1 receiver there. So with Stafford, you're 36, going to be 37. We don't know. He's struggled with injuries in the past. He has.
1,000%.
Okay, so if you're the Rams, you only owe him for this year, and you have a $4 million roster bonus due next year. Get him off the cap. Okay, start over. That defense is the cheapest defense in all the NFL. They're only $44 million. You're going to save a ton of cap space to build this back up. So I think that's what makes sense.
My thing here, though, is really from the Dolphins' point of view. Because let's say this does happen, this trade. You say Matthew Stafford has 1 year left on his deal after this for $4 million?
Yes, that's all they owe him.
So you're paying Tua. You're going to have to pay Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is like that. It ain't close between him and Tua.
At all.
And I'm letting the world know that it ain't close. So if he gets out there with Tyreek and Waddle and with Mike McDaniel, the offensive mind, they're going to win. And he is going to play at a high level. So do you just let Matthew Stafford walk after that year? Because he ain't going to play for $4 million.
No. Yeah.
So you either going to have to pay him or trade him again. You know what I'm saying?
Rent him.
That's the only thing.
If you don't want to pay him after that, rent him. And if Tua's like, okay, I'm good, then you get Stafford for a year.
But what I'm saying, if Tua's saying I'm good, you're not Stafford good. Yeah. Stafford's better than you. Yep. With the concussions, without the concussions, whenever. Rookie year, 7th year, it don't matter. Matthew Stafford's better. So with me, this ain't no young rookie or young Skylar Thompson you put in there and Tua saying I'm ready. It ain't your job.
And I don't know if y'all even know this, but like, you ever been around Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford? I'm in their practice this camp, right? They super crazy tight.
Yep.
See, they not breaking up. They love each other. Yeah, they ain't breaking up.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.